Did you get an email from Lyft? Several drivers did, and several drivers are getting a pay cut starting March 29th. Hey everyone, Chris here for the Rideshare Guy, and today we're going to be talking about Lyft's email that they sent out to several drivers across several markets, all saying the same thing, that on March 29th, they're getting a pay cut. Now, if you didn't get the email or you take time off and you haven't really seen any updates from Lyft, this is what the email looks like. It says updates to your rate card. We're writing to let you know about an upcoming change to your rate card. Since you started driving with Lyft, we've maintained your rate card at a higher level than other drivers, meaning a higher level than what is around in your market. Starting on March 29th, your rates will be adjusted so you earn the same rates as all drivers in your city. We'll continue to stay in touch with ways to help you maximize your earnings. Thank you for being part of the Lyft community. And that's just an example from Minneapolis, but there are several all across the country and all across several different markets, including Dallas, Atlanta, upstate New York, and several other areas. So it seems that Lyft is doing a couple of things here. First off, last week during their earnings call, they stated that they were looking at several different cost-cutting measures to try to make Q3 profitable of this year. So they're expecting to cut several costs across all different aspects of the Lyft platform, including back-end stuff and even rates when it comes to drivers getting paid more in particular markets because they've been driving longer. Now, this comes at a very peculiar time as well because the company had also stated that they're not sure if they're going to have enough drivers over the next few months as demand starts picking up and things get back to normal. So it's very strange because you're seeing what the company is stating that they're going to have to invest in drivers to get them to come back to the platform, to get them to drive on the platform and stay on the platform, which should be things like bonuses, promotions, and keeping the rates at a higher level. But if you're giving drivers pay cuts, could this mean that some drivers are not going to come back? So to me, it's strange because it seems like Lyft is cutting themselves off at the foot and not really making the best decisions when it comes to how they're going to tackle a driver shortage in the next few months, if that is truly possible. Now, we're trying to piece together exactly what markets are affected by this. So if you could comment if you've gotten this email, what market you're in, and how long you've been driving, we can kind of get a better picture of what areas are actually experiencing this rate cut between drivers who are making a little bit more and the standard that has been in place for that particular market. And also for drivers who did receive this email, are you going to continue driving with Lyft after March 29th when the rates change? Are you going to use them as a backup if things are slow? Are you going to look at other avenues within the gig economy, maybe focusing on Uber or focusing on delivery? Comment below with your thoughts. Now, this comes at a very peculiar time because we are in the middle of a pandemic, but it's a year later than when the pandemic started, and ridership has been going up. Now, their path for profitability could be the main focus and part of the reason, but they're also coupling this with things like Lyft Priority Mode, which claims to give you more rides, but it comes at a cost where you're going to accept 10% less than your normal rate card. So it seems like they're leveling the playing field for everybody. So it just becomes a standard of 10%, and there's less math that's involved when it comes to the algorithm. And not only that, Lyft is also changing the way that they're pairing drivers with riders. So they're giving drivers a score that's more based on insurance versus the availability that they are within a particular area. So it's not going to be paired with the closest rider to the closest driver. They're pairing it based on several different factors when it comes to insurance to try to help lower their premiums. At least that's what it seems like. I did do a video on that particular subject, and you can kind of see exactly where you might fall when it comes to these algorithm changes, and then kind of compare it if you've been driving for Lyft and see if you've made a noticeable difference in the amount of rides that you're either getting or not getting. With these pay cuts, with these algorithm manipulations, it's more critical now to be watching all of the new information that's coming out so you can maximize your earnings. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure you do. Also, ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. There's new videos each and every single week on many different factors within the gig economy, as well as different strategies on how you can maximize your earnings. All right, everyone, drive safe.